Hey everyone, I have a super easy dump and go crock pot meal today I'm going to show you. So I just found this recipe last night on the internet when I always scour the internet at night looking for new recipes to do. So I found this really simple one that I know that my family will like. So it's basically barbecue ranch chicken. You're going to need some barbecue sauce, any of your choice. I just got Sweet Baby Ray's plain barbecue sauce. I think I might add a couple tablespoons of brown sugar just to make it a little bit sweet. I like a little sweet barbecue sauce. And some ranch seasoning. You're going to need 1 ranch seasoning packet. These are the 2 ingredients that you will need. And then I have some chicken drumsticks in the crock pot right here. I have about 9. I left the skin on. You can take the skin off. I think it gives it a little bit more flavor, keeps the chicken more tender when you keep the skin on, so I've noticed. And then these are optional. I have onion powder that I'm gonna lay over the chicken, garlic powder, and then just some paprika. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna sprinkle some paprika over the chicken. I'm not really measuring, I'm just doing what I think looks good, what it'll taste good, especially paprika. So this is just to give it some color basically. And then I'm gonna do some onion powder. And you won't need the ranch seasoning and the barbecue sauce right now. You're gonna do that a little bit later in garlic powder. Got it. So it's coated with the seasoning. What you're going to see, it's super easy. I'm like almost done already. What you're going to do is cook this. I'm going to cook it on low for about 4 hours on low. After 4 hours, I'm going to take it out or take the juices out with like a baster, or just take the chicken out and dump the juices. And then what you're going to do is mix your ranch seasoning with your barbecue sauce. Or you can coat your chicken in the ranch seasoning and then just pour this over it. I might do that. And then you're gonna add that to add the chicken back to the crock pot with your barbecue sauce and cook it for another 30 minutes to an hour, and it'll be done. That's the best way to do it, and I hope it turns out good. And I will show you what it looks like when we get to that step. I just want to add that I gave them a little bit of a stir so they were coated very evenly in the mixture of onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. And then I just gave it a little sprinkle of brown sugar right on top before they start cooking. So you don't need to add any salt because there's plenty of sodium in that ranch seasoning packet. So you don't want to oversalt your food. You don't want to ruin it. So yeah, I'll show you what these look like when we get to that step. It's been 3 hours since I put the chicken in, and I checked the temperature and they're already at 160, 165 degrees. So I thought that I would just take them out right now and start coating them in that barbecue mixture since they're done. There's not too many juices right now. But I know that I don't want them to be like over. Actually, there's a good layer of juice at the bottom, so I'm going to take these out. Well, I'm just going to take the drippings that are in here. It's only like this much that I got, but I'm going to dump this out. Alright, so I got my barbecue mixture all mixed together. The barbecue, 2 cups barbecue sauce, and then a packet of ranch seasoning. I'm just going to first lay a little bit at the bottom of the crock pot, just because I want all the chicken to get even coat. And I decided not to coat the chicken in the barbecue or the ranch seasoning mix first. I'm going to lay my chicken back in the crock pot. And then I'm going to lay my barbecue sauce right over the top of all this chicken. Okay, so it's all laid over. I'm just going to brush it over the uncovered parts as best as I can, just so it all gets coated evenly and gets all that nice barbecue taste on it. Okay, so since these are pretty much cooked, I am probably going to let this go for another 30-45 minutes. Or actually, I might do just another hour, because it is a good texture when they get to about 170, 175 degrees. So we'll see where we are then, and I'll show you. I think I'm also going to make cheesy potatoes with this, so I will show you how I do that. But while we're waiting for that chicken to be done, I'm gonna make my cheesy potatoes. And I couldn't find my shredder attachment for my food processor, so I guess I'm doing it by hand, which really sucks. But you're gonna need 4 cups of shredded potatoes. I just got 3 large ones right here. We'll see where that gets us. Can of cheddar cheese condensed soup. Just some seasonings. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and some pepper and some salt. You're also going to need a cup or so of shredded cheese. I got shredded mild cheddar cheese. That's what I'm going to use. And also a sleeve of Ritz crackers, which I have in the pantry, mixed, crushed up, mixed with some butter, like half a stick of melted butter. So I'm going to get these shredded up, and then I will show you guys what I'm going to do next. It was definitely an arm workout, but I ended up shredding 2 large potatoes, which came out to 4 cups of shredded potatoes. To this, I am going to add my cheddar cheese soup. So then I have the sour cream, and I'm not even going to measure it because honestly it looks to be about a half a cup. And then a half a teaspoon garlic powder. You can do more, you can do less. That seems about right. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. And then I was thinking, since the cheese is probably going to make it pretty salty already in the cheddar cheese soup, I'm only going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Give this a good stir. I almost forgot that we needed some shredded cheese, of course. So about a cup of cheese, just a good handful and a half. Stuff like that, it's like, you know, if it's a little bit more cheese, I don't think it matters. I mean, cheese is good. Don't think you can ever have too much cheese. Unless you're my husband's little sister, she doesn't like cheese. Like, how can you not like cheese? You live in Wisconsin. So, alright, I got this pretty well mixed and incorporated together. I'm going to lay this in the pan. You can also use frozen shredded potatoes. Didn't have that, so this is what I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to lay this in the pan. Alright, so I think I might do a light sprinkle of cheese on top. Why not? I don't know if I want to top this with Ritz. I think I'm just going to do a cheese topping, but like I said, Ritz crackers is a really good topping to use. You could just crush them up, mix it with some butter, and then throw it right on top. It's real simple. But I'm just gonna do a cheese topping, I decided. So this is gonna go in the oven for probably about an hour, just to make sure the potatoes are cooked thoroughly. Didn't do too much cheese on top because it's already really cheesy. I'm gonna cover it and throw it in for, I'd say 50 minutes, and then I'm going to uncover it for 5 to 10 minutes. I had this cooking for like 6 hours. It was so weird when I checked the temperature after I threw it back in here. It was only at it dropped. It dropped temperature. So I don't know what happened, but Now they're at 160. And the sauce is still good consistency, so that's good. Tastes really good. So that's done. And here's my cheesy potatoes. Ended up taking the foil off, letting it cook for another 10 minutes. So a full hour, and then at the 10-minute mark I took off the foil. And these are like a peanut butter, mostly like tastes like chocolate chip, but peanut butter chocolate chip oat cookies. They're really yummy. So I'm gonna plate this up and I'll show you what it looks like.